My sister stole a TV on Black Friday and now she's teaching her kids it was okay. I confronted her and now my whole family is against me. I still can't believe what happened during Black Friday, and the aftermath has been even more surreal. My sister Sarah and her husband Mike's shopping adventure at Walmart has sparked a family crisis that keeps getting worse with each passing day. It all started when Sarah called me the night before Black Friday, practically buzzing with excitement about the deals she'd spotted in Walmart's advertisement. "Jenny, they have this incredible 65-inch TV marked down from $899 to $399. Mike and I are definitely going. You should come too." I declined, preferring to avoid the Black Friday chaos, especially since I'd heard horror stories about previous years. The next morning, while I was enjoying a peaceful breakfast with my kids, Emma, 12, and Lucas, 7, my phone started blowing up with messages from Sarah. She was sending videos of the absolute mayhem at Walmart, people shoving each other, shopping carts overflowing, and stressed-out employees trying to maintain some semblance of order. The store had clearly underestimated the crowd, with only a handful of workers visible in the footage. "This is insane," Sarah texted. "There's literally hundreds of people here and like 5 employees total. Mike's in line for the TV section." I responded with a quick "stay safe," and went back to making pancakes with my kids, grateful to be home. Little did I know what was about to unfold. Around noon, Sarah called me, speaking in a hushed, almost conspiratorial tone. "Jenny, you won't believe what just happened." She proceeded to tell me how Mike had managed to grab one of the coveted TVs, but the checkout situation had devolved into complete chaos. The lines were snaking through the entire store, with wait times of over 2 hours. "And then," she said, her voice a mix of excitement and nervousness, "people just started walking out. Like, straight through the doors with full carts. Security couldn't do anything, they were completely overwhelmed." My stomach dropped when she told me what happened next. "So, Mike and I kind of joined them. We just walked right out with the TV." "You did what?" I nearly shouted, causing Emma and Lucas to look up from their board game. "Jenny, calm down. Everyone was doing it. What were we supposed to do, wait 3 hours in line? The store should have been better prepared. They can't expect people to wait forever." I tried to reason with her, but she brushed off my concerns with a laugh. "It's fine. These big stores factor in losses like this. Besides, they're insured." That conversation was bad enough, but what happened at our family dinner the next day was even worse. Our parents had invited everyone over for their traditional post-Thanksgiving weekend meal. Mom had made her famous pot roast, and Dad was excited to watch football on their old 42-inch TV, which prompted Mike to start bragging about their new acquisition. "Wait till you see our new TV, Dad," Mike said, grinning as he helped himself to another serving of potatoes. 65 inches of pure beauty, and we got it for a steal." He actually used the word steal, and then laughed at his own pun. Sarah jumped in, recounting their adventure like it was some kind of Robin Hood story. "You should have seen it. The whole place was a zoo. They had like 2 cashiers for the entire store. People were just walking out left and right." My sister's kids, Tommy, 10, and Lisa, 8, were listening intently, their eyes wide with excitement. "Did you really just take it, Mom?" Tommy asked, clearly impressed. "Without paying?" "Sometimes you have to seize opportunities when they present themselves, buddy," Mike replied with a wink. "It's all about being smart and knowing when to take action." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My own kids were at the table too, and I could see Emma, my 12-year-old, processing this information with a troubled expression. Lucas, my 7-year-old, was just staring at his uncle with a mix of confusion and awe. I tried to catch Sarah's eye, to silently communicate that maybe this wasn't appropriate dinner conversation, especially in front of the kids, but she was too busy describing how they managed to get the TV into their SUV while security was distracted with another group of enterprising shoppers, her actual words. Our mom was just nodding along, occasionally commenting about how stores these days don't hire enough help, while Dad seemed more interested in the TV's specifications than how they obtained it. "Does it have that new HDMI 2.1 thing? For the gaming?" I couldn't take it anymore. After dinner, while everyone was moving to the living room for dessert, I pulled Sarah aside into the kitchen. The sounds of football and children's laughter provided background noise as I tried to reason with her. Sarah, do you realize what you're teaching the kids? This was straight up theft. Her face immediately hardened. Oh, here we go. Saint Jenny, always on her high horse. It was Black Friday, for crying out loud. The store couldn't handle their own sale properly. What were we supposed to do? Maybe wait in line like honest people. Or come back another day? Yeah, right. And miss out on the deal of the century? You're just jealous you didn't get anything good. Mike must have overheard us because he appeared in the kitchen doorway, still holding his beer. Problem here, ladies. Jenny thinks we're terrible people for getting a good deal, Sarah said, crossing her arms. Look, Jenny, Mike said, with that condescending tone he always uses when he thinks he's being the voice of reason, you need to chill. These big box stores make billions. They factor in losses like this. It's literally part of their business model. That doesn't make it right, I insisted. And bragging about it in front of the kids. What message does that send? The message that you need to be smart and take advantage of opportunities? Mike retorted. That sometimes the little guy wins? Come on, Jenny, stop being so dramatic. Our parents chose that moment to walk in, probably attracted by our raised voices. Mom immediately started with her peacekeeping routine. Jenny, honey, why are you making such a fuss? What's done is done. Let's just enjoy our evening. Making a fuss? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They literally stole a TV and they're bragging about it to the kids. It's none of your business how Sarah and Mike handle their shopping, Dad chimed in, clearly annoyed that we were missing the football game. The store should have been better prepared. I looked around at their faces, Sarah's defensive scowl, Mike's smug expression, Mom's worried frown, Dad's irritation, and realized I was completely alone in this. I grabbed my purse and called out to my kids that we were leaving. The drive home was quiet until Emma spoke up from the back seat. Mom, is it really okay to take stuff without paying if the store is really busy? Lucas joined in, yeah, and if everyone else is doing it too. I gripped the steering wheel tighter, trying to formulate an answer that would make sense to them. No, it's never okay to take things without paying for them. That's stealing, no matter what the circumstances are. But Uncle Mike said the store expects it, Emma persisted. He said they plan for it. Just because someone expects something bad to happen doesn't make it okay to do it, I explained. If I left my bike unlocked, would it be okay for someone to steal it just because I should have known better? That seemed to make sense to them, but the conversation left me feeling even more frustrated about the whole situation. When we got home, I had several missed calls from Sarah and a text that read, "Way to ruin dinner. Mom's upset now. Hope you're happy." The next few days were tense. Sarah wasn't talking to me, except to send passive-aggressive messages about how I needed to apologize for making drama. My parents called twice to suggest I was being too harsh and should let it go. Even my best friend Rachel, when I told her the story, said I might be overreacting. I mean, it was Black Friday, Rachel said during our coffee meetup. You hear about this stuff happening every year. Remember that viral video from last year's sale at Target? That doesn't make it right, I insisted, probably a bit too loudly given the looks we got from nearby tables. Since when did stealing become acceptable just because other people are doing it too? The situation got even more complicated when Tommy and Lisa came over to play with my kids the following weekend. Sarah had dropped them off at our parents' house, and they always spend Saturday afternoons with their cousins. I overheard Tommy telling Lucas about how they'd set up their new TV, and how his dad had taught him that sometimes you have to bend the rules to get ahead. I tried to talk to my parents about it again, but they were firmly in Sarah and Mike's camp. Jenny, honey, Mom said during our Sunday phone call, you need to let this go. Sarah and Mike are good parents, and they provide well for their kids. This one incident isn't going to turn the children into criminals. One incident that they're actively celebrating and turning into a life lesson about how it's okay to steal if you think you can get away with it, I countered. They got caught up in a crazy situation, Dad defended them. These stores create this chaos on purpose to drive up excitement. They need to take some responsibility too. The following week, I received an invitation to Tommy's upcoming birthday party. Sarah had sent it through Mom, apparently still not willing to contact me directly. The party was going to be at their house, and the invitation mentioned they'd be showing movies on their new state-of-the-art home theater system. I'm still trying to decide whether to go. On one hand, I don't want to punish my nephew for his parents' behavior, and my kids are excited about the party. On the other hand, I'm not sure I can sit there and pretend everything is normal while they show off their stolen TV. Mike posted pictures of their Black Friday score on Facebook, complete with jokes about their 5-finger discount. Several of their friends commented with laughing emojis and shared their own stories about Black Friday bargains. It's like I'm living in some parallel universe where theft is perfectly acceptable as long as it happens during a sale. Yesterday, I ran into Lisa's teacher Mrs. Thompson at the grocery store, and my heart sank when she mentioned that Lisa had written a story for class about her parents' clever shopping strategy during Black Friday. Mrs. Thompson thought it was concerning enough to bring up with me, knowing I'm Lisa's aunt. I wanted to say something to your sister, Mrs. Thompson said carefully, but I wasn't sure how to approach the subject. Lisa seemed so proud of her parents' resourcefulness, those were her exact words. The whole situation has created this ripple effect that keeps getting bigger. Sarah and Mike might think they just got a free TV, but they've started something that's affecting our entire family. The kids are getting mixed messages about right and wrong, our parents are choosing sides, and I'm being painted as the villain for being the only one who seems to care about the example we're setting. And now, every time I drive past that Walmart, I can't help but wonder how many other families are having similar conversations, or worse, not having them at all. How many other kids are learning that it's okay to steal as long as everyone else is doing it? How many other people are sitting around their dinner tables, bragging about their deals while their children absorb these twisted lessons about morality? I'm still not sure what to do next. Should I just give in and apologize to keep the peace? Should I stick to my guns even if it means creating a lasting rift in the family? And how do I make sure my own kids understand what's right when their aunt, uncle, and grandparents are sending such conflicting messages? The TV sits in Sarah and Mike's living room like a 65-inch reminder of everything that's wrong with this situation. Every time I think about it, I remember how they laughed about it at dinner, how they brushed off my concerns, how they turned theft into a funny anecdote to share with their children. And I can't help but wonder what the next family gathering will be like, what other clever strategies they might be proud to share, and how many more times I'll have to explain to my kids why something that makes everyone else laugh makes my stomach churn. Maybe I am being dramatic, as Sarah says. Maybe I should just chill like Mike suggested. But every time I see Emma helping Lucas understand why we always pay for our groceries, or when I hear them questioning things that they never would have questioned before, I know I can't just let this go. This isn't just about a TV anymore, it's about what we teach our children about right and wrong, and how those lessons will shape who they become. And somewhere in Walmart's loss prevention office, there's probably security footage of my sister and brother-in-law walking out with that TV, just 2 more faces in the Black Friday chaos, teaching their children, and mine, that sometimes crime does pay, as long as everyone else is doing it too.